Hello and welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. I'll start with a tip right away. You know that drawing makes you happy, right? So make it priority. Before you do anything else that's on your list, draw. And you know what? You only need 5 or 6 minutes, really. Let's do it now. I love drawing in the morning as a way of meditating. Before opening my emails or reading messages, before even picking up my phone. Just me and my sketchbook, maybe a cup of coffee to get the day started. You can draw along with me today or do the assignment I'll give you in a bit later. As I'm still waking up, I'll start with a bit of loose and less accurate mark making. Watercolor for the green of the plants. Then the next shapes, just painting the overall shapes of them. The colors of my plant holders are kind of muted, so I'll take a bit of artistic liberty there. I'm leaving a bit of white space between the different shapes to minimize the colors bleeding into each other, but also to hold space, leaving a bit of air on the page. Now I feel ready for contrast and line. I'm using a water-soluble colored pencil for it. I like a fat black line. The paint is still wet, but because my pencil is water-soluble, I can just draw on top without having to wait for the paint to dry. You need to be careful if you do this. Watch out that you don't smudge the paint with your hand. I really like the Derwent Inktense pencil for its buttery feel on the page and the very intense black. Derwent Inktense colored pencils have ink-based pigments for more vibrant permanent colors when activated with water. Traditional watercolor pencils are pigment-based. The pigment-based watercolor pencils I have good experience with are Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer pencils. Okay, if you want a fun assignment this week, it's quite obvious, right? Look around you for something to draw. It can be anything, no need to rearrange or arrange things. It can be plants in the windowsill, some clutter on your desk, anything. Paint the overall shapes first and then draw on top. That's pretty much the assignment. If you don't have water-soluble pencil or crayon, wait for the paint to dry first. Don't use water-soluble ink on top of wet paint, because that will bleed. Notice how I add line only where more information is needed. I'm not tracing the paint shapes, I'm drawing what I see on top of the shapes. The paint shape of the candle holder on the right-hand side, for example, has a perfect sharp edge and there's no additional line needed. If you do this, you leave openings in your drawing for the eye to travel through the drawing. I could stop here, but the drawing can use another layer to deepen it. I'll use water-soluble crayons for that, since some of the paint is still wet or damp. These are Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 and Neocolor 1 crayons are wax-based and waterproof. These are Neocolor 2, the water-soluble kind. They come in many gorgeous colors. I realize that the drawing seems to float on the page as it is right now. I'll solve that by drawing a frame around it, repeating one of the colors I used in the drawing. Then, repeating another color that I already used, I'm adding some writing, a title. I very often miscalculate how long words are or how big I write, so the title isn't quite centered. I could be bummed about this or see if I can solve it. By adding one small word, the title gets pulled a bit more towards the center. Not perfect, but who needs perfect anyway? I'm assessing my drawing and wondering what else to do. I'm having fun with my colors. I'll add a background with light colors and texture to finish it, and then I'll move on into my day. Have fun making a quick drawing in just a few minutes. And of course, you don't have to do it in the morning if you're more like an evening person. Do it at your time, but as long as you do it. And of course, I will see you next week for another Draw Tip Tuesday. Bye!